today's video, I'm turning this old water tank into a worm farm. It's got a hole in it and a leak, but it's also got a drain over here for the worm juices for my worm farm. So I'm gonna cut it in half and then fill it with cardboard and fill it up with compost and turn it into a worm farm. So let's do that. Okay, I didn't know what else to use other than a chainsaw because that's all I have. Maybe a jigsaw would have been a better tool for the job, less of a mess. But I got it cut in half. This is the bottom half, top half. As you can see, this is where the hole was that somebody tried to patch. I could have used it. I could have put a liner in there. Would have been fine. But I didn't. Instead, I'm turning this into a worm farm because that's what I want to use it for. Alright, next, take this back to the greenhouse area and get some compost out from that pile right there. Load it up into it. Well, actually, I'm going to line it all with cardboard to minimize the light that gets in. And then I'll put a tarp over it until I can paint it. But for now, there's way too much light getting in. The worms will not be happy. Your water tote worm farm container is in the greenhouse now. I think this will be the best place for it for now. I might in the future put it on bricks to raise it up to get the juices out there easier and just to maintain it easier. Alright, but now I need to bring in compost full of worms. Oh no, that's right. I've got to line this with cardboard down here, so I'm gonna get some cardboard. So nothing perfect. As you can see, that's how the cardboard looks in there. All the compost will smush it down, and the worms are going to, over time, eat the cardboard anyway. So this will just give them a nice, good, moist area. Kind of be a light barrier for them. Okay, let's go load up some bags of compost. Worms. Just gonna layer this down here. All my nice, lovely worms. Now I see worms. That batch had a good amount of them. There we go. Look at all these things, man. Or ladies and gentlemen, because who knows who's watching this. Need to get all these little fern sticks out of here. Look at that. I got worms for days, buddy. Let's go fishing. Okay, I'm adding in some of my kitchen scraps that have already started composting pretty good. Mostly chicken egg shells and oh yeah, that thing was stinky. That needed to be headed to the compost a while ago. And potato skins from breakfast, and then some other fruits. Also got a couple banana peels. And then another compost pile, so that worms will love that. And then I'm going to give them a whole bunch of lettuce. So that'll probably keep them fed for a while. A good long while. And now While I've got this open here, I want to talk about why you make one of these. Okay, so there's multiple reasons. One, it creates super good soil additive for your soil. So once the worms compost all this and whatever else, you take the lid off and you just put like a lid on one side. Give it a couple days and all the worms are going to shift to that side because of the moisture. And then you take this side of it and you use that, and that's full of worm castings, worm poo, and that's great for your soil, for gardening, and anything else that you want to grow. Then there's the other benefit of you get to take kitchen scraps or leftover lettuce from your lettuce farm and throw them here, or any other vegetables, and you get to keep them in your cycle. It's permaculture. And then the other main huge factors are you get worms and worm juice. Worm juice is another fertilizer that you can just put right on your plants as a fertilizer. Has a bunch of good ratio of everything. Nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, everything that you need. It's in their worm juice and in their worm poo. The other thing is you can sell worms and worm castings, so it brings an income source to the homestead, which is amazing. So that's why you want to do it. Now, there is a couple things that you need to make sure of. You see all these flies around here, it's already attracting other bugs. So you have to make sure that this is going to stay sealed up from other bugs. Now I'm going to do that by putting on a lid and by products in the videos. But what I'm going to do for now, since I've got this opening up top, I'll just use that as my food chute. I'll drop feed in through that way. This crack isn't too bad. There's a couple spots where other bugs could get in. But the main factor I'm worried about is light. And this just cooking the worms. They're not gonna be happy. So I've got my tarp that I was using for my compost pile. I'm gonna throw up on top of here. So that should keep her good. Worm farm is done. I'm gonna answer a few questions from the previous couple videos and comments that you guys are wondering about, and then the video will be over. So if you just came for the worm farm, peace out, appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button, maybe you'll stick around for other videos. But if you're a super fan, you want to hear those questions and answers, let's do those. Before I really get into these questions and answers, first question I was asked is, could I make a video of me showering? I assume they are just curious about like what the vibe is of me showering. So here's a little clip of me showering. So I come over here and I turn on my water, wet my hair, and shower just like anybody else. Okay, well, yeah, that's what it's like for me to shower. It's a normal shower process. Such a vibe out here in nature, though. The water's a little chilly, but you get used to it. You really do. At first, that water was actually a little hot because today's been so sunny. Some days, the water tank, because it's black, actually like warms up pretty good, and the water that comes out of the shower head is actually like lukewarm, which is pretty cool. Pretty nice. But next question that was left on the last video by my boy Sandro, met him while traveling in my Tesla. He asked what I do for mosquitoes, like how I stay mosquito free. Bro, it's actually super simple. I have this right here hanging at the door. It's garlic, and I just smash that up every morning. It's about time for a new garlic thing, but that actually keeps like 90% of the bugs out. So I highly recommend it for you in your camping areas. And then I don't have to ever spray myself with bug spray. Next question. A huge question I keep seeing on my shorts is, whose land am I on? Guys, this is my land. I own it. Well, as much as you can own land in the U.S. I paid cash for it a couple years ago and have the deed in my name, and it's in a place with very little restrictions and no HOAs or anything like that. So I'm able to live like this and not really stress about the government telling me that I'm not allowed to do it. The other major question I've seen is, where am I getting my water from? In case this isn't clear enough, it's from the rainwater. So yeah, those are a couple questions. If you guys have more questions about the lifestyle, make sure to leave them in the comments. But for now, shoots.